these photos?
Oh, that's crazy.
I mean, people don't know this, but you do realize like LeBron is only 2 years older than you.
I know. Do you see how like tall he is? Yo, I got one of the coldest pictures. That's crazy.
Beyonce's 5 years older than you.
That's insane.
So how old do you think you are in this picture?
I'm probably like 13. And that pair like 14. No, 13 probably. 13 going on 14. Or I might be 14.
That's it, I think. No, look at this.
That picture is incredible.
How is this when you're like 6? How old are you here?
There,
that's whole JD.
I'm like 13 right there.
Hold on.
That's probably all in the same time. Yeah. Because was my album out then? I want to say no. I don't think Beware of Dark. We were probably working on my album at the time because I got the iced out Mickey Mouse chain. So I got the chain already, but I don't think Bounce With Me came out. It was about to come out.
Right.
Yep. This around Money Ain't a Thing era because I came out and performed with Jay-Z and JD in Atlanta here at the Atrium. Right. So yeah, that's around that time.
When you see those pictures, what goes through your mind?
Is that kid 78 years old now? Or yet? Legacy. That's
Do you remember how old are you in this picture? 13?
16. 16 in that picture. Yep. Bron was about to go to the league. Bron at 18. Mm-hmm. I was 16. And I was at TRL when we did that. I got a cold picture of LeBron after that when he got to the league that I've never shared with nobody.
Right.
And I told myself, my boy know this. I said, the day he retired is when I'm going to post it. I got a fire picture. In Atlanta too.
Wow.
With Bron. Fire. I can't wait to post it.
You did the remix, Jumping, Destiny's Child's remix.
Mm-hmm.
What was your interaction with them? I mean, because to meet Beyonce, because at the time they're Destiny's Child. Beyonce hadn't gone on for her own yet.
Correct.
But they're the hottest women's group out.
Absolutely.
And so you meet them. So what's going through your mind?
I go to Houston for the first time.
Okay.
With JD and Brian Michael Cox.
Okay.
We go down there, they working on the record. I'm in the studio with them. Mm-hmm. Beyonce was younger back then, was a thrill to work with. And the thing is, we were label mates. So Destiny Child was on Columbia, I was on Columbia. So we always intertwined, like always was moving through each other. If I'm at the awards, they're there. If I'm in the office having a meeting and I'm in New York, the girls are there too. So I will always see them. And that's how me and Solange was able to have our own friendship and our own thing. And you even see her play a little part of my career. And we did a movie together, John's Family Vacation. And then she was in one of my videos, and that's how that whole thing kind of stemmed. And then Yvette, who works very close to Beyonce, was also overseeing some of my projects too. So we were label mates, so it was just so easy to have that blend. But yeah, man, it was a pleasure working with them. And even to this day when I see B, she's always the same. Kelly as well, Michelle, they're always the same. I can say that, like, never changed, never switched up. And I was happy that I got a chance to work with Destiny's Child, the group. Like, that's something I hold dearly, for sure.
You do Johnson Family Vacation, Steve, Said, Solange. You knew Solange before you did Johnson.
Correct. Yep.
So that's what made it easy. So what was it like on the set? Because you got two great comedians, Said and Steve. They probably kept it light the entire time.
They did. They was always joking around. And especially when you work with comedians, the best part is they go off script. That's when they at their best. They don't even pay attention. You'll be watching them and miss your turn. Like, oh, damn, it's me. It's my line. Right. My fault. They went off script. Right. And that's when comedians at their best. No story really sticks out really crazy. Cause Steve came and shot all of his parts in one day, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Yep, he was in, out. Yeah, Steve was in and out. But I spent a lot of time with Said, learning from him, talking to him, and Said knows how to turn it on and off.
Right.
Like, Said is a real cool St. Louis cat. Like, he's just laid back, super cool, and, he'll say things and it'd be funny, like, man, that dude over there, he'll say like something, but he was always super cool, and I remember just being in school all the time. That's all I was doing. Right. Working on movies and it was school. I spent more time in the classroom than I did on set. That's how I go.
Right. Roll Bounce. You got Nick Cannon, Megan Good, Mike Epps, Charlie Murphy. What was it about that? How was that set?
Roll Bounce set was, I'm trying to find the words to describe it. To me, it was work. It was work. I was in a different place in my life. I was 16, going to 17, living in Chicago on my own, becoming a young man now, smelling myself a little too big. I was in a weird space in life. That's why I was able to do that role and do it, because I wasn't acting. Right. You know what I mean? I was just getting paid to show my real raw emotions. And that's how I was feeling. The scene with the car, me breaking it, crying, and it was intense. Like that movie turned me into an actor. Working with Sean McBride.
Right.
I remember before the day before we shot that scene, the garage scene with the car, he told me, look, tomorrow I'm not gonna talk to you. I was like, what? He's like, I'm not gonna say a word tomorrow. I need you locked in. I'm gonna need you. I need you tomorrow. Wow. I didn't understand what that meant. Mm-hmm. Came to set next morning, went to the trailer. Good morning, everybody. What's up? What's up, Shy? They gonna no good morning back. No. Okay, cool. It was in character. So I'm going off your energy then. I'm on what you on. So I did the same thing too. I locked in. I didn't want to talk. And when we got to that set, he drove himself down. He drove his car and sat in the car and said, don't call me out here until y'all call rolling. And he told me right before they called action, I'm about to bring it out your ass today. I'm bringing it out you today. I didn't know what he meant. It's like, you about to see a different you today. Action, bam, right into it. Da-da-da, looking at him, my mom, da-da-da. I just started crying. I don't know, it was just he just gave me the biggest hug after he was done doing it. And said, I'm so proud of you. Then them was his real tears then.
Right.
He really cried with me like, I'm so proud. You are an actor, boy. And that day was the day I said, oh yeah. And I never had an acting coach, nothing. But that was the day.
That was the day that you said, okay.
I'm an actor. I can finally say I'm an actor. I'm not a rapper who acts. I'm an actor. Yeah. I'm not getting these roles because of the rap stuff no more. I'm getting them because I can do it. And I'm going on tape and I'm killing it. And I took it very serious from me. Very serious.
You did Fast and the Furious, but like Vin Diesel, Luda, none of those guys.
I worked with them.
You
on
did?
The last one. Okay. I finally got the chance to work with them. Yeah. I was waiting on that. Like, I was like, okay, we got to meet up at some point. Because the movies that Luda wasn't in were the ones that I was in. I felt like the Luda of those movies, pretty much. I was the rapper. Right. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And for me to get that opportunity to be in the scene with Reese and Luda, I always visioned that to happen. I always visioned Twinkie has to meet Luda's character. Right. It's just only right that they meet. And that was the dynamic of that scene was us. This was the first time we've ever seen each other in life, but we've heard of each other, but we never met. So that was dope. And then to work with Vin Diesel, I worked with Vin Diesel twice. Such a good dude, stand-up dude, easy to work with. The whole family easy to work with. Like Fast and Furious sets it don't feel like work because everyone's been together for 10 plus years. Right. So it's just, we get it. You don't have to worry about nailing that the way. You don't have to worry about coming to set. That scene, I can't remember my line. Man, it's normal. Like, it's just so normal. It's so easygoing. And working with Justin Lin, who I feel is the greatest Fast and Furious director ever. Okay. I feel that deeply in my heart. And I had the chance to work with him on his first one, which was Tokyo Drift. Right.
Now, there's the last one coming up. They bringing The Rock back. You gonna be in that one?
If they call, we there. We there, Andy. If they call, we there. We there.
Right. You worked at Medea's, Big Happy Family with Tyler Perry. What's Tyler? Because, I've heard only great things about Tyler, about, his set and how professional it is, how he pays, how he takes care of his.
Woo. Put it this way. You know how like you might play for a team? Yeah. And let's say you get traded, you about to go to this team? Yeah. And you get like a Bill Belichick. You don't went from having a cool, fun coach to you doing it your way, and then you get traded. Now Bill Belichick your coach. You like, damn. Yeah. Okay. I gotta be on my
best behavior. Yes.
I gotta be on mine. Yeah. TP like that. Really? Mr. Perry. Oh yeah, most definitely. Because his style is he comes from plays, so he's used to things moving very, very quickly. Right. Quick. So when I got to set, I'm always prepared, so I'm never worried. Right. I'm ready for whatever. Right. First scene was the hardest scene of the day. He gave us I'll never forget. First scene was the backyard scene with the fellas. It was a long scene. I said, damn, he giving us the scene first? This the first scene we shot? Damn, like out the gate. Like he don't want us to crawl into it. No. And he wants you to move fast. You got to know it. On, next, close, next. So it's like, you got to get it. And he's so hands-on. And he's a genius. He is the person that came in with the Byron. That was TP. He did that. Because I remember Tiana going off with me in the scene and all you hear is Mr. Perry up behind the thing going, Pat, Pat your weave. You gotta pat it a little harder. Pat it like this. Pat it like this, Tiana. Like, get in and get in there. I want to say Byron.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party, because you know we like to do something before two something.